Hello, fellow beautiful beings of light. My name is Tiffany. Welcome to today's community session. In today's session, I wanted to open up a conversation surrounding the divine masculine energies in healers. And this is a conversation that is open to everyone. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to hear what you have to add into this conversation as well. This conversation really came up about 2 weeks ago. I had quite a few spiritual men reach out to me and ask, "You train a lot of high priestesses, but how come you do not train high priests?" And I've shared this story in my previous live and also on Instagram as well. I was like, "Yeah, Brandon, how come I did not think about training high priest?" There were some limiting beliefs within myself that was blocking me from expanding as well. And I feel that the universe has given me the sign to really talk about this topic. And so I wanted to bring forth this topic and I wanted to share with everyone and get everyone involved in this conversation about embracing the divine masculine in the healer community. Because we can see that out in the community, there are way more women, right, that we can see with our eyes than men. There are not so much LGBTQ community healers that are rising up. I do know a few of them, and some of them have learned with me as well, and I really appreciate them rising up all together as one. It feels that right now we really need to open up the floor in this conversation. And so I opened up my heart and I started asking one of the other high priests that I'm training right now, and his name is Donnie, and he gave me permission to share this conversation with everyone. I asked him, "Well, can you help me understand more about being in a male body, what it feels like to be in the spiritual community?" And Donnie shared with me as well, right? He's also LGBTQ, even though in his body, he's more in like a male body. And he was honest with me and he says that sometimes it can feel like he's the lone wolf. Sometimes it can feel very excluded. And as a spiritual teacher myself that has a lot of classes and sessions, I do see more females in class than males. So we were talking about this conversation like, why is that? Why is there not more divine masculine energy in this field? And so I wanted to share with you guys what are some of the things that came up. And I want this to be like a conversation, like a heart to heart conversation. I don't know everything, I'm still learning. If anything, by Brandon and Donnie reaching out to ask me to train them as high priest, it really also reminded me how much divine masculine can help the divine feminine heal. And so I wanted to really talk about this today. And I asked him, I'm like, "Well, tell me about a high priest vision. What do you envision for the future, right? What do you see as the high priest archetype embodiment?" And he said, "Helping others heal and through ascension by working with the divine masculine energy," right? We were talking about how male healers can help divine feminine heal too. And here, as I'm talking about divine masculine, divine feminine, do keep in note that we all have both of these energies. I am a woman, I identify as a woman, but I have divine masculine within myself too. Sometimes it go out of balance and it becomes toxic, like too much overworking, for example. But we all have these energies. It's a spectrum within us. It's two energy that rises and it's all within us. So keep that in mind as I'm trying to use linear language the best way that I can. He also mentioned how there's a lot of distortion about masculine energy in our society, in our cultural programming as well. Even the word high priest can be quite distorted. And a lot of us, right? A lot of people, when you say high priest, right? People might have a certain idea of what a high priest is like. And I can resonate with him on that because sometimes when I say I'm a high priestess, people think of it just in the religion term or they think they act a certain way. So even the archetype, the divine archetype themselves have distortions in our cultures and society. So he wanted to embody this high priest energy to help purify this archetype, to clear out these distortions. He also wanted to reclaim the aligned power of the high priest as well. Men can be very powerful healer. And the divine masculine itself, when they are in alignment, they are very powerful healers. And I see this, I get sneak peeks in my courses when there are the few males that comes into my courses like Bodhi, Song Young, and Omer, like all of you guys that come to class. I see and I witness the divine masculine power in terms of spiritual healing. And I wish that more men and more high priests would rise. So this is my call to the universe to say, this is the divine feminine calling the divine masculine to rise. The high priestess is calling the high priest to rise as well. There were Atlantean priest kings. There were Lemurian high priests. And I might not have shared this a lot before, but when I tuned into Lemuria, one of the first things that I saw was high priest. It was not only all women, it was not only all human as well. In Lemuria, there were beings of different archetypes. There were beings that are feline, some that look like elves, some that look like lion beings. It was a medley of different beings. It's not just all human and female. There's a diversity in Lemuria. And he also said that as a high priest, we want to show up and help, right? Everyone to see that there's divine masculine and divine feminine energy in everyone. We all have it. And the high priest is really giving permission for the divine masculine to realize that it's okay for them to embrace the divine feminine energy within. The divine masculine as a leader as well can be assertive, confident, in a way that is more like a guardian instead of a lot of portrayal in our cultural program where they have to be a warrior. They have to always have a spear, sharp poking in wars and stuff. But the divine masculine is a guardian, right? Is a guardian that holds and protects. So we need to bring more of this frequency back into our consciousness as we can witness now in the world what's happening now to the children that are being harmed is a symptom of our own imbalanced energies. The divine masculine can also relate to willpower, strength, groundedness, getting things done. It very much reminds me of when I was interviewing and he was telling me about this. I was like, it's very much like Archangel Michael, how we think about Archangel Michael. And also this where the conversation was really interesting. He also said that there needs to be healing within ourselves and in the collective, because I witnessed this in spiritual community as well. When the wounded feminine has not healed themselves, they see the small percentage of masculine that is in the community, and they can project sexual or romantic potential onto them. And so this might be something that it's not meant to shame us in any way, but it's just how the energy interacts with each other, right? They're like, oh, here's the divine masculine that I've been looking for. But when it's really aligned, it can just be a pure friendship. It can be just a pure fellowship. And I feel that it's time for us as a society to work with each other, masculine, feminine, and all that spectrum, to heal these components, right, within ourselves. He also mentioned how the divine masculine practice temperance, right? Food, emotions, reactions, desires, and protecting the pure. Then I asked him, I was like, Donnie, and you guys can find Donnie as well. He's a real person. He has an Instagram account, and he's just starting his high priest training with me. It's Prince of Dawn, but instead of OF, it's 0F. So Prince 0F Dawn. And yeah, so you can follow him and watch his journey as he go forth this high priest path. So I asked him, Donnie, why is the masculine energy in our society so blunt? And he was saying to me that there was a lot of programming, a lot of cultural and societal programming that if you're a man, you're not allowed to cry, you're not allowed to explore your spiritual side. Like these things are deemed too feminine, so to speak. And then I also asked him, I'm like, well, in terms of the programming as well, what do you feel are some of the blockages between men, like high priest to high priest? And he was mentioning how a lot of the masculine embodiment here on planet Earth experiences competition, like a competition mindset. So we want to change the competition into fellowship, into camaraderie, like we're in the same team. We don't have to compete against each other. There's also a lot of distortions as well in terms of masculine friendships. And I see this even in my own husband. He will see how I interact with my female friends, and he'll be like, I wish I can have this type of close connection with my male friends. But it's almost like there's so much programming in males that they're like, oh, if we're too close, then we would be labeled as like gay or something. So even though it's like a deep innate need that men need to have, they were kind of chopped away from it because there's so much shame around this deep connection within the community. So like, very, very interesting. And so I'm like, well, how can we help like high priest archetype open up to their spiritual abilities? And he said, it is our divine birthright. It is natural and normal. So any one of you that are feeling into the divine masculine energy, just know that this is natural for you. It's normal for you. We tend to think like being spiritual now, with the goddesses movement and so forth, is only for women. That's not true. As a woman healer myself, I've been yearning to see more men rise as well. Because I remember in Atlantis, in Sirius, in Lemuria, there were healers of all forms and all kinds, not just one type of embodiment. And so we want to embrace that. We want to embrace that within our society. Then I asked him as well, I'm like, like, what do you feel a high priest can be described as? And he's as when you're working with like people, I asked him like, how would you like other people to describe you? And he said, well, being grounded and heart-centered, knowledgeable and approachable, a bridge to heal and connect with different lineages. So this is really beautiful when he shared that, because I feel that that heart-centeredness and approachable. You know how in our society we always have this thing to children and be like, oh, if you ever want safety, look for a female, ask for a female. And although sometimes it could be true, at the same time you're like, why? How did this happen? Why did it even came into place in the first place? Like men can feel just as safe and just as helpful and approachable. So all of this is from our programming, unhealed wounds, and so forth. And then with the conversation with Donnie really reminded me of myself when I was healing my relationship trauma. I was healing men, and there was like a lot of abusive relationships. And then I came to a stop. I stopped the karma, and I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to really heal myself first, then figure out the relationship part. And it was then that I met my Kundalini teacher, Yogi Emmanuel. He's on YouTube as well, beautiful light being. And through him, I actually met my husband now in his yoga class. And Yogi Emmanuel, he is gay as well. So I feel that there's so much shame. How do I put this? Like, there's so much shame about being LGBTQ in this society. There's so much, because of this shame, the imbalance reaction is anger, right? And I'm not one of them myself, so I cannot speak for them, but I'm just observing. If we can release this shame, if we can actually truly help each other heal as a collective, I feel that that anger would not be as intense. You know what I mean? Because like not being accepted versus being accepted of who you are creates a very different state of being. So I was like, these two-spirited beings here in this timeline is very important, because the polarities have become so imbalanced that they are actually like bridges. They're like physical bridges that the eye can see to help bridge these two archetypes, or the feminine and masculine energy, right, into balance. And so I feel that once our society can understand that and see LGBTQ as a bridge, as also way showers, instead of rejecting them or shaming them, there will be more opportunities of growth for all sides. So that's what I feel. And yeah, I feel that that's what we are here to do, is to bring ourselves, right, in balance, and then it reflect outwards, and then from outwards it also fills up our own cup as well. So I'm very happy and really honored to have the opportunity to help train some of you that are men, some of you that are non-binary, because I feel that there's so much love within you that you are open towards learning with someone to explore your inner landscape. That's very commendable. And yeah, and also that's just what I want to share. I just wanted to bring forth this message to the universe and say, the divine feminine is waiting. We are here open to receive the divine masculine. I also see as well as a female healer, and that applies to me too. I feel that it can be really helpful to work on some of my wounding in terms of like father wounds and relationship wounds with a male healer or a non-binary healer, or female healer too. But you know what I'm saying? There's way more of us female healers than the other side, right? So it's like if there are more male that rises, I feel like that can help us heal a lot of wounds as well. And that has come up in some sessions that I've done with people. It's like, it's time for you to start looking for a male healer to help you, explore these parts of yourself. So yeah, I think it's really beautiful that the high priest are rising, the priest kings are rising, because when they're in power, all of us get get to experience this elevation of consciousness as well. My husband himself is actually a spiritual healer as well. He's in construction, but he knows about Taoism. He's a Reiki master. He knows acupressure. So that's like, I feel that's where we can be, is like allowing boys, young men, let them know it's okay to embrace this part of themselves. Let them know it's okay to connect with this primordial energy within themselves. And so, yeah, for a very long time, even when I was pregnant, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do with a boy. What would I do if I have a boy? Do I understand boys enough to be a good mom? But now that I'm working with more men at a more deeper level, that's very pure, I feel, if my next child is a boy, I feel capable to help hold space for him, even though I've gone through a lot of trauma with my own father and I've gone through a lot of trauma with exes. I feel that the healing is occurring, and it's really, really beautiful to see that happening. Yay! So yeah, just wanted to come on and share this kind of reflection we have together and bring forth this conversation together. And yeah, and I'm continue learning with all of you. So as all of you are teaching me how to become even more inclusive, teaching me how to even expand my own limiting beliefs, I appreciate all of you. Because a lot of times as a spiritual teacher, healer, we are expected to be perfect and already know it all. But at the same time, is that authentic though? Aren't we just here to experience the human life, understand its weaknesses, shortcomings, and shadows, and at the same time, allow ourselves to be authentic? So thank you for witnessing my vulnerability, my stories, and as I'm growing, you guys are holding space for my own growth as well as a spiritual teacher. It's never one-sided, and that's another thing we're transmuting, isn't it? We used to see spiritual teachers as this top of the pyramid, but it's actually a symphony that works with each other. Like I wouldn't be here without working with some of my students, and it's all a collaborative project that we're doing together. So I want to thank you of this unconditional love that you guys have held for me as well. And I wish for you to experience the same unconditional loving container when you rise as your authentic self, rather in health, rather it is in like a same capacity like I'm doing now. I wish for you to have the same unconditional loving container for you. And I'll be one of the people in that container. So let's do some quick readings as my community service. Let's see. Oh, and one more thing I want to bring forward too. I get a lot of questions about this with like new healers is how do we balance, right, our energy exchange as a healer? We do have to pay for our own bills. We do have to also, make money, but at the same time, we want to help other people. So how do we balance that? And after 8 years of exploring this, I feel that in your offering, what you can do is have different price tiers, where you can have free stuff that are totally no string attached, right? Completely free. Like the way I'm doing these readings now, I don't have an intention for the reading to go anywhere. I'm just serving as a community service. And then you can have lower end offerings like $40, right? Then you can have like some that are more like 100, 200, and then like even higher. So it keeps your business sustainable. So I feel like having accessibility at different price point can really help alleviate that question. So I've been getting that a lot in the last few days. So I just wanted to share that. And yeah, so I think we can all be abundant together. So let us release like shaming other healers. Let us release as a collective. Stop shaming what other people want to charge. Stop shaming about what other people want to receive for their services. Start shaming other people. Like sometimes I see on social media, people are like, oh, only shadow work works. Anything else is BS, right? And I'm like, but there's a time and place for everything, though. It doesn't help for us to condemn each other. So let us release those shame on ourselves and on each other. Let us see each other be abundant. And guys, like look at some of these elites, right? They make so much money off us. Money is not the problem. The problem is they are hoarders of the wealth. They don't share it with the rest of the society. And it's very unbalanced how the economic structure is created. So it's never really about money or anything, because I feel like as light workers, we're so giving. Giving is our nature, right? It's not like we are these service to self elites who want it all for themselves. Like we're so giving. So let's release the shame on ourselves, right? Let's release the shame on other light workers. And even if you can't afford some healers' particular services, don't be ashamed as well. It just means that it's not yet, or it just means that it's not time yet, or it just means that there's a way to it that you haven't figured it out. So for example, if you see like some healer out there that you really want to work with and you can't afford their session, instead of projecting shame to say, oh, you're too expensive, ask yourself and be like, is there something within my skill set that I can offer to this person in exchange for help, right? So this way you empower ourselves, and then we also release shame as a collective. So yeah, I feel like today is a very collective talk just about how we can release all these programmings that are imprinted upon us. Hi Barbie, hi Joyce, hi Fabiola, hi Rainbow Alchemy. Oh, we have everyone from different parts of the world today. And let's see, we've been sexualized by the system and got stuck in predatory prey mode, fight or flight, fawn and freeze, stuck in fight masculine. That's really true. That's a lot of programming. I just realized once I stopped watching TV for years now, how much programming, that's why they call it a program, isn't it? And television is like tunnel vision. That's how we get into this state. So well, I don't watch TV anymore, so I feel that my consciousness have become more pure just by not watching TV. I don't know. Do you guys feel the same way? Um, Bella just came in and heard anger, completely my theme today. Me too. It seems to be a theme today. The astrologers must know some planet is releasing some of our anger. Hi, Vlad. Nice to see you. Empress Oracle of Light. Hello. Hi, Maria. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for holding space for this topic. Amazing. Okay, so let's see. Time. All right, so Rainbow Alchemy. Seeing that request. So, okay, for anyone that's new joining, so if you would like a reading, the only two things I ask is politeness. I am not an AI, I'm a real person. And second is to give me permission, just for the duration of the reading to connect with your higher self or guides. And then after the reading, I disconnect. So that's just for the duration of the reading for you. So just the two things, just politeness, because I feel like it's basic. And then the second thing is permission to connect. So, yay. Okay, thank you, Rainbow. So I am, and if I miss you, just retype again because I don't have the greatest vision sometimes. So just let me know if I missed you and can let me know. Okay, Rainbow Alchemy. Let's tune in. Need. So, Rainbow Alchemy, your higher self show me a vision of the pink crystalline rose. Right now is one of the spiritual gifts that you're downloading into your light body right now. It looks like a pink rose, but it looks like it's made out of these diamond sparkles around it. It's very beautiful. So, the diamond pink rose is being activated for your light body. If you are already a healer yourself, you can integrate this gift and use it on your clients. And let me see, Empress, Oracle of Light. And so, Empress, Oracle of Light, the vision that your higher self showed me was this beautiful dragon. How do I do this? It's like I'm watching with my third eye. This beautiful dragon is coming. It's like flying, circling towards me. When he lands just in front of my third eye, he opened up like this beautiful white orb. And inside that orb, it looks like a sigil, a golden sigil. So, what that is showing me is that right now you are activating your consciousness with the celestial dragons. And the sigil is basically a key to open a particular portal. And it's a short reading, so I didn't get too much information. Usually, we don't ask for too much details in public readings. So, you can tune in with your higher self and ask for the sigil. And what is the sigil stand for? What is this portal or this key means to you? The keys of expansion is what I heard. Keys to expansion. So something within you want to expand, rather it could be a particular chakra. It could be a way of thinking, a particular timeline that want to manifest. So there's a portal waiting for you to unlock and open. And Sarah K, thank you. Let's connect. Okay. So, Sarah, for you, what I saw was a vision of a beautiful goddess looking being. She had like really long, dark hair. She's wearing this violet color dress. She's smiling and very happy. She raises her hands up towards the sky, and beautiful butterflies started to come out of her hand. She's looking at the sky and she's very happy. The theme was a lot of obsidian and violet. And then it slowly changed. The butterflies go from violet to black, like obsidian, to like a white and silver. So, from this vision, what it feels like, the message is that you have been working on a lot of karmic cleansing and some shadow work as well. And all of that is beginning to transform, right? Like the butterfly. And from the shadows, you emerge in this white and silvery frequency once more. So it feels like if you have been feeling stuck or feeling, oh, there's a lot of shadow work, just know that this is like the completion now. Now is the next cycle of your expansion. So that's what I was being shown. And reflection, hi, reflection. Oh, one more announcement before I forget, everyone. Is for those of you that are interested in learning about Lemurian rose, I am starting the portal tomorrow, 12/12, the Lemurian Rose 12 Rose Path Lineages. It's a certification program to train you to become a light code healer that works with the Akash and the Lemurian Rose. It's open to everyone. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, non-binary. Everyone is welcome in Lemurian Rose. So check that out in the link that I have below this video. And do know that I am such an overgiver, so you will receive a lot for what you sign up for. And the promotional price is still on, but I do tend to raise my prices once the course have started to become manifesting, because then I see the value from the courses. So do try to take advantage of it and join me. I guarantee there will be an expansion for your consciousness. So that's my invitation. And the second invitation is check out my other courses as well. I'm really looking to expand my wings to help other light workers rise. This is not just about me. I want to see my fellow comrades and fellowships rise as well. So if you've been looking for training, if you've been looking to expand your gifts, I have courses of all price range. Come and learn with me. I would love to be able to be of service to you and to assist you in whatever way that I can. So that's my clarion call and invitation to the universe. So back to reflection. Thanks for waiting. Let's see. So reflection, it seems like in a past life you were somewhere in Japan and you were actually a practicing, what do they call, like practicing temple keepers. So if you go to Japan, you see a lot of temples that have these red columns. So they show me the half of one of these columns. The other side was still kind of like, you know, when you play video games and you haven't explored that area, it looks a little gray. It looks like that. So it seems like you've started on the spiritual and energetic level, opening up more towards yourself as that temple keeper, the high priest, the channel, so that I can see part of that gate opening. I also see an obsidian dragon looking at me as I tuned in with your higher self. So there's a very dominant dragon energy within you as well. And so yeah, I just saw like the red pillar, and then I saw the black dragon is like intertwined, or no, like circled around the pillar. Um, so I feel like it's a affirmation that you're opening up towards your spiritual abilities, and there's a very strong protection that surrounds you. You have a lot of power in you, so I encourage you to explore more of that part of yourself. And unnamed guy, could I have a reading on grounding overwhelm, please? Sounds good. Okay, so what I'm sensing is the overwhelm. I feel it too. So when I tuned in, I felt a lot of energy around the brain, the third eye area. Your guides shows me this image of you really grounded and centered with a white light shining forth. The energy around, right, your mental is in your mental body. So your mental body is the, let's see, one, two, is the third layer of your auric field. The mental body, when it's in balance, it's golden yellow. When it's not, it looks dimmer, almost like a muted yellow or gray sometimes. So what I would advise an guy is talk to the golden Buddha or talk to ascended master like Yeshua or Lord Sananda, and to ask them to assist you in clearing these mental body astral interference so that you can really be in that space and center to reconnect with your soul essence. Um, there's also they telling me fear as well. So you need a place to dump the fear. The fear, what you can do is you might have heard about this already. Just write it down. Become a voice of your fear and just write down the fear. So the fear is writing a book themselves. Let it go so that the energy get dumped on a piece of paper, and then you can do whatever you want with the paper. You can burn it to transmute it. You can rip it into pieces, right, to transform that energy. So have an outlet where you can channel and release some of this energy within the mental body for you. So I'm sending you a lot of love, right, from divine. Just know that you are in a warm blanket of love. So I hope that helps. And very mod. Okay, so let's see. Very mod, the first thing your higher self show me is you are a Blu-ray. Ooh. Okay, so they're showing me actually some spirit guides that you have right now. So these beings, just let me double check. Okay, so this spirit guide is from the Andromeda galaxy. The Andromedan galaxy guide that you have look like a phoenix, but it's indigo color. She looks like kind of a slender phoenix that is a beautiful royal blue indigo color. She's a lot of celestial energy within her. A very powerful guide to have on your journey. So they just show me that vision of your guide. Yeah. And Maria, I'm gonna mispronounce it, so excuse me for that. Bensipi. So let's see. So Maria, your higher self, show me one of your past life on Mintaka, and on Mintaka, they show me you were holding like a pearl. They call you the caller. So in Mintaka, you used to call and summon things. Let me see, what do you summon? Summon light beings, light codes. So working with the light, you would be like the caller to summon and invoke beings, frequencies, light codes that are love, light, and ascension. So that's what they wanted to show me today. All right, and then now a little bit of infomercial, everyone. So once again, anyone who's joining now, I am opening up my energetic container to train students. So if you've been thinking about working on your spiritual gifts, I am open to help train you. So please do check out some of my offerings down in the video link below. We're very excited to rise together. And if you're wondering how I can do readings like this, right, this is through training as well. That's what I train some of my students do in my courses. So feel free to check it out. Okay, where am I? Barbie, hi Barbie. Let's see. Evil Barbie tuning in. So first word that came to me, Barbie, is Metatronic. Metatronic frequency. Usually when I do reading for you, I see a lot of purple and black. And now there's a new energy emerging, and the word is Metatronic frequency. And they show me almost like a Metatron's cube, but it's much more multidimensional, much more complicated than how we would draw Metatron's cube. It looks like this intricate shape that is made out of crystal. So not sure what you've been up to in the spiritual realm, but I can see that the Metatronic frequency is being activated within you. The Metatronic frequency is very much about balancing the masculine and feminine energy within. The Metatronic frequency can also be used for purification of the auric field as well. So it feels like there's a new kind of expansion happening there. Mhm. Thank you, Reflection, for your donation. That's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, okay, let me see. Hi, Kathleen. Nice to see you. Let's see. Okay, so this is more like a practical message from your spirit guides, Kathleen. Your guides are guiding you to use your planners more. So, like, jog down little actions throughout the day, and even if things that seems very minuscule to you. So, right now, the ungroundedness within comes from feeling as though you have not achieved a lot. So you guys want you to almost write down in a planner things that you do throughout the day, like making the bed, making yourself a tea, uh, you know, watching this one video or reading 10 pages of this book. So break it down to very actionable, manageable steps at implementing to help train your mental body in I am doing and I am accomplishing these tasks. It is that need of the brain needing to feel that you're accomplishing these tasks that will help you ascend and get more confident in yourself. So that's what I received. Cecilia Moyo, Moyo, I would love a reading, please, and give permission. Thank you. So we're gonna tune in. Moyo is like a spiritual term. I feel like, yeah, I've heard this word in a dream before. This, I saw this like shaman. She had dark skin, and she came forward and she told me something about Moyo, and I'm like, Moyo, oh, cool. It's something about to do with like chi or spirit or something. So really cool. You're reminding me of that right now. Hmm. Mm. So they show me a past life, Cecilia. In one of your past life, you were like a healer that heals with your dance movement. Like they show me you have like these colorful beads all over the body, beautiful garment, and then you would move your body to heal people. Now, in that past life, it was in a higher dimension. So communication can go beyond just words. So you would communicate divine flow through your movement to send forth healing to those that are observing your healing. And it's just like almost like Reiki, but like dance Reiki. And that's what you would do in that past life. So for some reason, they're showing at this. Maybe it's part of your gift that you meant to activate or have activate already, and it's like an affirmation. They show me they also show me on the ground when you were dancing, there were these smoke that comes out. So I feel like there's a part of you that works with herb blends. And you would make these incense and just let it burn, and then you would dance at the same time. I can feel it just tuning into that past life. I can feel the healing frequency just watching it. So really beautiful. And Poncho, let's see. So Poncho, your higher self is very clairaudient. He's like the stargate is calling. The stargate is calling. Um, so it's like the stargate is calling. And I remember from your last reading, right, they were showing me like a shaman standing on the side, and now the shaman is facing the stargate. So I feel like whatever you've been doing is doing well because you're connecting more with the stargate. And I believe the stargate they're talking about is our own father sun, because it has that father sun frequency. And yeah, overall pretty good. Um, just gotta find where I was. April showers. Okay. April showers connect. Hmm. Ooh, okay. Beautiful vision. April, they were your higher self was showing me a vision of one of your multidimensional self. You were like elemental being that almost looked like a fairy. Very slender body, looks a little humanoid with wings. I saw you, it was like, and you were like green and silver. And then I saw you flying towards this really beautiful liquid. I don't even have word to describe it. It's not like a lake, but it's like so the lake is made out of these liquid crystal. They show me you were landing on this crystal and you were talking to other elemental beings as well. And they show me you would scoop out the water and you would drink from it. Right when I saw that vision as well, April, I felt healing in my lower back area. So it's the water, right? So I feel in this message, April, your higher self is saying to reconnect with that higher elemental self to bring that healing codes from those crystalline water into your own body, your kidneys, and so forth. So hope that helps. Mm. Rainbow alchemy, thank you so much. That's exactly what I've been working with the pink crystalline rose and Lady Nada. Oh, very beautiful. I love Lady Nada teaches such a beautiful energy. Yay! And Erwin, next, you are next. So, and Samuelson. Okay. Connect. So first thing I receive is you have a connection to the celestial sphere, which we call a celestial sphere, which we call Venus. So you have a connection with Venus there. They show me a vision of Lord Almoria. Lord Almoria is one of your spiritual guide. I just feel he's looking right with me, looking at me as I'm doing this reading. But me is like you, right? I'm looking from your perspective with my third eye. So I feel like this is a message to connect with Lord Almoria and to connect with Venus. So I do have some videos on Venus on my channel. Feel free to check it out. Yay! Agatha, you are up next. So Agatha, what your higher self showed me was a vision of a black horse, but the black is like made out of almost like the galaxy. And then there's a white horse, and the two of them are flying together, swirling together. And what I feel this means is, Agatha, right now, you're integrating your spiritual connection to the stars and your spiritual connection to the higher realm, like masters and angels, into one. It also symbolizes the two of them, right? Dancing, integrating together within yourself. So I feel it's a positive affirmation from your higher self that whatever you're doing is integrating together, because then the two aspect, right, dances in harmony with one another. Mhm. And let's see. Thank you, Bella. That's so sweet. And MK sounds good. Connecting truth. Wow. Okay. So MK, the vision that I saw was, it came out too fast. Let me rewind. I saw the end. I forgot the beginning. So hard to switch frequency back and forth so quickly with so many readings. So first thing that was shown to me was this beautiful silvery white color. From the silvery white color, it's almost like a cocoon of light. A beautiful moth came out from that cocoon of light. She spread her wing open and she started to fly in this swirling motion. So, what that really brings forth to me is you connect very well with the celestial realm. You are someone that is really in tune to the seasonal energy of Mother Earth. And then there is a uniqueness to you because a lot of times when I do readings like this, it shows up as butterflies, but you will show up like a moth. Now, moth, what I remember is they are more active at night and they're drawn to the light. So I feel that there's this unique part of yourself that your higher self is asking you to embrace. Yeah, you might be the moth amongst many butterflies, but there is an elegance to it all. When the moth started flying, it reminds me of the shape of a DNA. So I feel that you're also going through a DNA upgrade with your higher self as well. So I hope that helps. And Bella, yes, thank you for asking. And of course, we will do a reading. So, Bella, the image that I'm getting is allowing yourself to receive love. Your higher self show me you, and you're sitting and you're holding all these roses. They look like white roses in your hands. And then I saw these doves just putting in more roses around your crown, and you're just like at peace receiving it. So I feel that right now, Bella, you're going to go on a journey to receive like roses into your consciousness. So you're going to be learning a lot, you're going to be integrating a lot with your higher self, and I feel that the message is just enjoy this journey with love. And Fabiola is up next, so connect. So, Fabiola, the sapphire flame is calling to you. So, the sapphire flame is a divine light code of the angelic realm. And I just have this book off to my side. So, this was one of my clients, Zaneda. I worked with her for a few years. She wrote this book, Sapphire, Seraphim Sapphires and the Shekinah Code. For some reason, your higher self is guiding me to share this book with you. So, and I'm not affiliated, so I don't get any money. It's pure. So, so maybe something in that book is supposed to assist you in some way. But they were saying sapphire flames, right? Not indigo flame, but sapphire flame. So that is a key code for you to help unlock your consciousness. So maybe even doing a meditation, going in with your higher self and asking for your higher self to open the portal towards your connection with the sapphire flame and see what comes up for you. Let's see. Hi, Angel. Oh, hi, Lainey. Sorry, missed you there. So Lainey is next. Mm. So Lainey, your higher self shows me this really interesting vision. You know those toys that um it's like the piano, you wind it up and then it slowly have like these knobs on it and then it plays like a song. It's like a music box kind of. So it was playing itself. But this music box was made out of like a white crystal material, like crystalline light codes. And then that box, the music box, was turning and it was playing. So I feel that right now, Lainey, what's happening is that music box is like you, your light body, and your higher self is calibrating your light body. Right? It's like that spiral motion, and all the sounds and notes come forth from the spiral motion. So work with sound frequency. I feel that you have a talent with sound. So activate your voice, activate your ability to play with sound, and allow that to bring healing and transmission through your being. And in angel, so let's see. So angel, your higher self, give me a message of a vision of you like sitting almost like Cleopatra, and you have like these green grapes that you're eating. As I watch you eat, you were very happy, and then a feeling go into the womb. So I feel that from that vision, your higher self is inviting you to treat yourself. So maybe book yourself a massage, book yourself even like a DIY spa day for yourself, where you can be in the vibration like Cleopatra and just enjoy the pleasures of life. That green grapes as well, right, has to do with your heart chakra. It's like allowing your heart chakra to nourish your womb, your sacral chakra. Mhm. So Robin, you are up next. Mm. So Robin, the connection you have as that dragon self, they also show me, I need to write this down before I forget. Okay, so they also show me that in a past life, you have lived somewhere in Asia, and they told me the word. Now, this is in Chinese when I heard it. The translation is sky, bamboo, gate. So they're referring to a portal, Robin. Tinge, it means sky or source, right? Bamboo signifies longevity, growth, and ascension because they grow very fast and they're very strong, right? They're multi-purpose, can be used for many things. Moon means portal. So there is a portal that is like the bamboo shoot connecting you towards source. So this dragon cell basically embody this frequency, right, of source, of the frequency of the bamboo and the gateway. So I think it's a really beautiful message from your higher self, right? That you're connecting to that frequency. So I would dive in a little bit more. Maybe in your next meditation, visualize source. Visualize you being in a bamboo forest and even see yourself as that dragon just flying through the bamboo forest and see what is revealed to you. Savi Jam is next. Okay. So, Savi, what I'm sensing from your higher self is you carry this beautiful energy of the rainbow. I saw like different rainbows around you, and I heard drum beat. So, I feel that working with drums can be really beneficial to help open up and or these spiritual centers in your upper chakras. So, work with drums, to elevate. So basically, what you want to see when you're practicing is the rainbow around you to rise up like columns of light. Right. So it opens and crack open some of these channels if you want to. But that's just my suggestion, my feeling about the reading. So really beautiful rainbow energy. Rainbow energy has to do with ascension, joy, purity, and yeah, thank you. Next is Erica. Erica, what spiritual gifts can I focus on? It's your voice, Erica. Your higher self is saying, and they gave me this feeling in the throat is a little tight. The interesting thing about this process is even though right now you might not feel confident in your ability, right? The throat, I feel there's tightness. It is that exact same thing that you need to dive into. So, whatever is coming up in the throat right now for you is that exact same thing that you need to unlock. So work with your throat chakra. You have beautiful light language. Start sharing them on YouTube. Start making videos, share those light language, and then speak to the inner child. Right? When the inner child start to get anxious and be like, how many people are watching? Are people watching? Calm the inner child down and be in the queen vibration to be like, when the queen speaks, those that resonate will come and find this frequency. Allow your gifts when you show up to permeate multidimensionally. And so that's what I was receiving. Okay. So I am just going through the request. So Stacy is next. And Stacy, your higher self show me the words emerald heart. So emerald heart is basically how do I say this? The fifth dimensional version of the heart chakra. In the 3D or 4D realm, the heart is more like a green, but in the 5D frequency, it's more like an emerald green. So when they say the word emerald green, it means that your heart is coming more in alignment to the fifth dimensional frequency. So you have a beautiful heart, and I feel that you're just like exploring who you can truly be at your fullest potential. So your higher self is saying to be like a sponge, to absorb as much as you can. In the next while, the full potential will then blossom herself. So I hope that helps. Hi, Jibel. It's been a while. Nice to see you again. Let's see. Jibel. Okay, connect. So Zibel, what your higher self showed me was a beautiful image of I want to say a Syrian guide. It's a being that looks like a pure white lion. Yeah, a pure light feline being. He has beautiful blue eyes, and like as I'm looking at his image, it just looked like crystals around him. He gives me the feeling of a master alchemist. Is this you in another lifetime? Is this a soul braid? Okay. So it's a soul braid. So it's not fully, right, your multidimensional self, but is very connected to your soul, this guide. The reason is because this guide has been with you in many lifetimes, and he's coming forth at this time to remind you of your connection with the great mystery schools of Sirius B. Yeah, so maybe in a meditation, what you can do is you do your invocation, go into the meditation, and ask to be shown the great mystery schools of Series B. And then enter those schools and see what you can retrieve and remember from those glorious times in those dimensions. Hey, Kathleen, I totally feel you. Sometimes where our expansion lies is doing the things that we resist the most. Oh my goodness. Uh, Kitty T. Okay, Kitty T is next. The celestial and heavenly sphere descends upon you now. Initiate, rise into the divine light of remembrance, and allow the Lemurian consciousness within you to rise once more. For it is your gift here in this now to share with humanity the deepest and purest part of the crystalline caves of Lemuria. Rise now as one alongside with the priestesses, priests of light, and bring forth the kingdom of liberation into the hearts of humanity now. Oh wow, very clear cognizant and clear audience higher self. So that was your message from your higher self. And oh, thank you, Sibel. Yeah, I feel like those of us that are healers, like, yeah, bring us all the trauma so we can understand humanity at the deep levels. And we sign up for these experiences. But don't be afraid, see. It's like learn from what I didn't do in my birth story is having that plan B, and then it won't be as traumatic. I was too hopeful. I was like, yeah, I don't need, to prepare that much. Just birth. And then I was like, oh no, the tight pelvic floor makes a big difference. So look into to any women that were maidens that want to look into pregnancy. I think working on your pelvic floor is something that a lot of people don't talk about, and I didn't really work on it, but I feel it really helped us. So yay. um, Greetings from Costa Rica. Yeah, hello. I'm learning Spanish, but it's really bad. I think my daughter can speak better Spanish than I do because her abuela always talked to her in Spanish. Okay, can you read me? Full permission. Cool. Milagros. Okay. So they're showing me your higher self, a past life in Hawaii. In Hawaii, you had a past life as a dancer. I think they are called hula dancers, but they're much more than that, right? It's like geisha of Japan is not just a dancer. There's traditions, there's spirit, there's soul in the way they practice. So I feel like this is a message for you to move your body, right? Reattune yourself back to movement, move your body in the ways that speaks to the ancestral power within you. They show me there's a lot of power in the lower chakras that are waiting to blossom. So exploring that, exploring Hawaii will really help bridge right where you're living now in Costa Rica. So I feel like there's some grid work to be done there as well. Mhm. Mm. Thank you very much, everyone. And Anna A. So reading for you next. There's a guy that comes forward and wants to speak in light language, so I'm going to transfer them as uli kisiki kikayo gulunai kisiki kayo ulunai siti tadalulele siki kayo ushunai siki kayo ulunai kisikayo ushunani kisiki. The frequency of that from your guide is your third eye. As the frequency come forth, Anna, your guide showed me there's like a beautiful diamond that rests in your third eye, and they speaking to that diamond. So perhaps looking into connecting with the diamond frequency for your third eye. I believe I have talked about the diamond frequency on my YouTube channel. So just go to my channel, search up diamond light codes, and it can help you get into that frequency. So yeah, there's a diamond light code upgrade for your third eye. And since you guys speak light language, I feel like you can speak light language too. So if you haven't activated your light language, I also have free videos on how to activate it. Yeah. Oreen, hello, from Philippines. I love Philippines, such a paradise. And thank you, everyone. Looks like Cecilia, thank you so much. I'm actually going to mystery school to do my shamanic Sagoma training, and it's drumming and herbal healing base. Oh, wow, perfect, amazing, yay. Oreen, love a reading, please. Okay, perfect. So permission grant. I'm going to tune in Oreen. Okay, so the message that I got, Oreen, is I saw like your higher self, right? And you have your hand almost like this, holding light in your body. Then I saw from the back of your body two strands of light, one silver and white, one golden, start to swirl towards you. That golden and white light uplifted you into a higher state, as though you're opening up inside a flower, and then you're holding a flower within yourself as well. The vision of that part of yourself is very, excuse me, peaceful. So what I feel right now in your journey, what your higher self is trying to tell you is you're being uplifted by the higher realm to find not only the beauty within you, but to allow beauty to surround you. Right? It's like a flower around you, and then you have your own flower as well. In that image, you had your eyes closed. So I feel that they are telling you for you to tune into yourself more, take more time for yourself to tune in and to really remember this vision of these beautiful flower around you and the beautiful flower blossoming within yourself with such peace and such ease within your state of being. So you are very guided, right? Your guides are uplifting you. So that's what I was seeing. Okay, and let's see. Seymour. Hi, Seymour. It's been a long time. How have you been? Let me do a little reading for you. Let's see. So your higher self says the diamond crystal light dances around the crystalline columns of light. So it feels right now, so the columns of light are around your light body and your auric field. So you're getting an auric upgrade from the higher realm with the diamond and crystalline frequency. Mm. So yeah, work with the crystalline and diamond light codes. Again, I have videos on them already. If you haven't watched them, you can learn what they do. They're like the building blocks of the light body. So a lot light body activation is going on for you right now. And let's see. The Witchy Homestead. Where should I focus on? Sounds good. Mm. So the witchy homestead, what they were showing me is as though you're in the cabin and you're making things with your hands. The word maker came into my mind. So right now they are really showing me like guidance for you to start creating like the maker, right? You're molding that dough you creating something and you are sharing it with the world as well. So I don't know, just like a thought, you can make videos of yourself creating something like that you make or create, herbs, potions, food, whatever it is. Your hands have a lot of healing light. When I tune into your hands orally, with your permission given, I can see the hands are very activated. So they like, like a laser beam. So activate your hands. It's like your hands want to be seen. Your hands want to, activate and bring forth light into your creation. So start creating, start sharing. Your hands of light are very activated. And let's see, Fabiola. Oh, you already have the book. Perfect. Hi, Liz. Nice to see you. Quick message from guide. Sounds good. So, Liz, what your higher self and guides were showing me this beautiful golden structure that looks like a pyramid. And the golden pyramid started to have this light beam up top. This beautiful golden phoenix or avian being came into the top of the pyramid and started to rise out of the pyramid in my vision like this, and it spread its wing open. So look at the symbol, right? The pyramid diamond shape plus that beautiful wings of expansion. That's the light body, right? The diamond light body and the earth angel wings. So there's a lot of golden frequency in your diamond light body and in your earth angel wings chakras right now. So I feel that a lot of your power lies within the golden frequency right now. So I would work with golden rays, golden avian energy, golden ray, golden Buddha. So work with those golden energy and allowing yourself to balance your energy. So think again, a structure that looks like a pyramid is very grounded, right? Then it expands towards the root, the bottom. Whereas the phoenix, when they open the wings, right, it expands upwards like this. So your guys are saying right now you're expanding both in the lower body and the upper body as well. So I hope that helps. And Tiffany L. So let's see, like the reading sounds good. So Tiffany L, what I saw from you guys is like a beautiful flower and has 5 petals. Now, out of the 5 petals, two and a half of them was very visible. So I feel like right now you're going through an initiation. There's 5 folds to this initiation. You completed 2 and you're opening up towards the third petal of this flower. So I feel that working with any guides that reminds you of the flower frequency would be really helpful, like Mother Kuan Yin, even flower fairies, flower essences, the white frequency like white lotus as well, white tara can be really helpful along your spiritual path. Overall, I feel that you guys are telling me there's a really pure part within you, but it's almost like she's trying to be seen. Like she's like a little girl and be like, hey, I want to be seen. I'm here. So you guys are saying that this pure part of you is actually very powerful. So work on that part of yourself. It's like, I want to be seen and prop her up. Go into meditation, find her and prop her up on stage, right? To let her light shine for the world to see. So you don't need to fight for attention. Command attention by being a light so bright that no one can turn away. So that's the message. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Zebel. Yeah, Spanish is a beautiful language. I like it too. Mm, I think that's about it. I think I'll do one more and then I gotta refuel. Gonna eat something. So let's see. I'm just seeing on my screen. Nahili, I will love reading. Sounds good. Linda Berg. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Connection begins. Okay, so Linda, a very intricate vision your higher self show me. She showed me like an old part of you, an old timeline. It looked like somewhere in Europe or London. It's got that type of Scotland, England type of structure. Then I saw like an aspect of you. She looked back as I was watching you with my third eye, and she opened the book in front of her. This beautiful white light came forward. When the white light came forward, she was drawn by the white light, and you guys did a few swirl together, and you came out almost from the other side of the vision. You landed in a white long dress that's really comfortable. So I feel like right now what they're trying to say to us is you're letting go of some old beliefs that you have about your experiences in this life. By you opening up the book, which is the book of your life, and Akash, you liberate yourself from these old dimensions and old timelines and allow yourself to be birthed anew in this new dimension. So perhaps it's past life you've had in those regions, right? Or perhaps is old beliefs you have about particular structures that you've imposed on yourself. Like this is how you need to live life. They're saying, open the book and read. Open the book of your life. Study your life thus far, and really see the magic of your life. And that will liberate you from the old dimension and where you can live a life, just like in that vision where you're in this comfortable dress, doesn't feel constricting, is bright, is ease, is graceful, is elegant. So that's what I received for you. Awesome, everyone. So I am going to close today's session. I'm getting tired, so sorry if I didn't get to you today, everyone. I will try again and next week. Much love to everyone. Thank you for joining this community of light. Much love from my heart to yours. See you next time. Bye.